Bryce is recovering from the accident. Fatima is still trying to keep Zac from Jeremiah. Jeremiah is caught with Fatima's stolen watch. Zac and Fatima have started funeral arrangements for Miss Gladys. Let's dive into episode 5 breakdown of season 3 of Zatima. Fatima is still trying to save Jeremiah from Zac and Zac from himself, and baby, it is not working, okay? Zac pulls up on Fatima and Connie as they try to think quick on their feet. You know, they were able to muster up the lie that they were just talking about Miss Gladys's funeral or whatever. But, you know, Zac ain't buying that. Zac is rightfully so, you know, in his protective mode of Fatima, and she is still trying to cover up for, you know, Jeremiah. Luckily, Connie was successfully able to keep Zac from going to the apartment and looking for Jeremiah. However, I don't think these antics are going to work for too long on Zac because he's already peeped and, you know, he's realizing that there's more to the story than what he's being told, and he's fed up. Like, the gig is up. He gonna find out sooner or later. Ain't no point in going through all these antics to hide it now. Quick side note, Connie and Jeremiah must live in the world's safest projects because ain't no way Zac and Fatima steady rolling up in these expensive cars, Zac in his business suit and his gold chain, and Fatima in her nice outfit and her tall ass heels just roaming around the projects freely. Okay, gotta be the world's safest projects. Anyways, in the midst of the conversation about Jeremiah, Fatima gets a text from Angela about Bryce, you know, being in the hospital. And this is where we find out that he did intentionally run himself into that car, which is sad, but it's also like, you know, there was other options in correcting your wrong than trying to take yourself out of this world, Bryce, you know? There were other options. I don't blame Zac for his hesitations, you know, in going to visit Bryce in the hospital because I get where he's coming from. Like, although it is sad, you know, but at the end of the day, Zac has his feelings too, and his feelings matter. You know, just because Bryce is all of a sudden going through this, you know, and is hurt in the hospital does not mean all is forgiven. And Fatima was wrong for, you know, telling Zac he should have told Bryce about the money. And I agree with Zac. In that moment, it felt like she was putting what Bryce did on him. And why should Zac have so easily and quickly told Bryce about the money when Bryce ain't tell Zac about going through on that deal? That's what got them in this mess in the first place. So no, it is not on Zac to just have told Bryce about the money to make him feel better. Bryce ignored Zac, so Zac could do the same. I'm with Mr. Tyrone. Can somebody please explain to me why Belinda behind always hanging out in Nathan's spaces, trying to infiltrate that friend group and just being messy? Like, child, it is giving desperation and stupidity because, girl, this is a whole married man. And Nathan trifling behind calling her baby and stuff, like entertaining that. Like, sir, you have a wife and kids. Can you please go home to them? Thank you. And the nerve of Belinda talking about, oh, they got hoes coming in and out the barbershop and they just don't want the women to know. Who's going to tell her that she is said hoe that she speak of? You're literally chasing behind a married man and a deadbeat father. Someone give this lady a wake-up call, please. Because, girl, you are said hoe. You are the hoe. I'm with Tony. Like, Nathan, what are you doing with her? Lori, the kids, does that ring a bell to you, Nathan? Instead of trying to make amends with your wife, you out here chasing another woman. Like, ugh. Once again, Fatima out here working overtime to keep Zac from Jeremiah. And here comes strung out Jeremiah just bringing light to the situation. I get that you're strung out, but dang. How the hell do you think that selling the watch you stole from Fatima to Zac's best friend would have worked out? And oh, baby, they should have let Tony split him dead in his shit after that dead father comment. Because, baby, I don't care. Strung out or not, that disrespect will not be tolerated. They should have let Tony loose on his ass, for real. Nathan being the voice of reason and all of this still is not sitting well with me. But he is right. Once again, they should have told Zac long ago. Note to Belinda, this is how you be a friend. Do you see how Fatima walked in and immediately went to consoling Angela? Went to asking her if she's okay? and went to asking her how Bryce was doing. That's how a good friend does it, okay? Please take a note out that book. Because when you was with Angela, you were not being a good friend to her. I don't know what you call that, but that was not you being a friend. I feel like everyone isn't being fair to Zac and his feelings. Like, it was unfair for Angela to ask Zac, like, if he didn't want, Bryce to do this. Like, he's mad. He is not a monster. Of course, he didn't want the man to go kill himself just because he did wrong. All he wanted was the man to give him his money back. That's all. And that was not too much to ask of Zac. So, yeah, everybody's being unfair to him in this situation. The nerve of Bryce to try and give Angela the cold shoulder when she quite literally saved his life and came running to the hospital to see if he's okay. Zac finally told Bryce about Preston bailing them out. I think that Zac making up with Bryce wasn't genuine. He only did it because Fatima was, pressuring him to do so. So I don't think that this is a step forward in the relationship, and I don't think that they're going to recover after this. I think things are still going to be very much awkward and very much rocky between the two. The nerve of him to snap on Angela and say that she don't care about him. Like, sir, you're only alive because she saved your life. Her and that man ran into that car and she was trying her hardest to pull you out. And finally the man helped pull you out. You could have died. Please pipe down. I'm really going to need Bryce to get it together. And it's funny how when the series first started, I was actually rooting for Bryce, okay? I was rooting for his friendship with Zac, and then it just all went downhill. I'm going to need them to bring back the Bryce that we met the first few episodes, way before the whole kissing situation, okay? Because I'm not liking this Bryce at all. I'm with Angela. Bryce, you need to seek help. Go talk to someone. Maybe Zac can refer you to Dr. Reed because you have some bigger issues to figure out, my guy, okay? Because ain't no way you made one mistake. Granted, it was a big mistake. And you wanted to end it all right then and there. Like, yeah, no. Go iron them feelings out with a licensed professional, please. 18,000 American dollars for a casket? Yeah, I'm with Zac on this one. He literally could have bought a whole used car for that price, okay? $18,000 for a casket for a crackhead? Insanity. Insanity. Fatima, this is why you should have told Zac from the beginning. Now look, you're looking as nervous as a stripper in church because the gig is up and the truth is literally about to be spilled out and you have no control over that. You would have never thought that Jeremiah was out here trying to sell that watch he stole from you, and now there's evidence of it. And Zac is finding out from a complete stranger at that, okay? This is not going to turn out good for anyone involved. Please fess up. Anyway, down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on episode 5. Until next time, thank you for watching.